Hello and welcome to Biology A or Biology B with Apex. Either one, this orientation will work for. If you would like to know what's going to be in the orientation, here we go. How to get a hold of me, how to use Schoology and Apex, and how to find your grade. I guess I should have probably said this already, but my name is Mr. Marino, and I'm looking forward to working with you this semester. Uh, Contacting me, just make sure you do so. If you have anything that you have questions about, please don't wait. Let me know right away. Email is probably the best way to get a hold of me. I will return your emails within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. Obviously, if you send me something on Friday, it might be Monday before I get to it, to returning to you. And also, if you send me something before a vacation, it'll be by the end of the vacation that I get back to you. Also, when you send an email, please make sure that you let me know exactly what it is you're sending me about. Don't just say, hey, I have a question about the quiz. Make sure you let me know exactly what quiz it is. That way I can know what I'm looking for. Schoology is going to be pretty important, so we're going to go ahead and shift over to Schoology right now. Okay, you're going to notice that I'm displaying Biology A. That doesn't matter. Biology A, Biology B is going to work pretty similar to each other. A couple things you're going to find on the Schoology page is the welcome screen here, or welcome slide, sorry. You'll find my email, my phone, and my office hours. So I only have one office hour. This is on Wednesdays from 1 to 2 p.m. It's just drop in. If you've taken a course with me before, you might be familiar with the fact that we used to have to schedule those, but we're just doing drop in this year. If you want to drop in during my office hour, it'll be on Zoom. You'll hit this Zoom link here, and that's also used for if we ever need to meet outside of the office hours. Just let me know if you need to meet with me, and set up a time, and you'll still use that same link. Weekly announcements slide, that's pretty important. Just make sure that you check back every beginning of each week. So I'll put important announcements there. Right now it's telling you exactly what you should be doing at this point. So just kind of, I'll let you read it yourself, but just read through this and do what it says to do. The orientation folder right now, you're in there, you're working on it. If you have not already, watch the A2 Virtual Plus General Student Orientation. That's a slideshow. Um, if you've already watched it for another class, awesome. It's the same for each class. So you don't have to watch it again. Just make sure you know what's in there because there will be some questions on that on the semester orientation quiz. So just make sure you're familiar with what's in there. Right now, there probably is there's something here, which would be the video that you're watching right now, but obviously I can't have the video in there until I've made it. So that'll be there. And then the orientation quiz, make sure you take that. That is worth points. The orientation stuff is worth 1% of your final grade. The other 99% of your final grade comes from the work that you're going to be doing in Apex, all the work on biology. The next thing you find is the folder for weekly attendance. Those will be posted on Wednesdays. It'll just be a question or two. You're going to answer the question, and that's how I take attendance for that week. I will then submit attendance by the next Monday, which is for the previous week, and that's how I do that is by you completing this attendance. You need to make sure you complete those on Wednesdays. So, set yourself an alarm. Make sure that you know, hey, every Wednesday I need to look for that. Each Wednesday I'll post those by about 7:45 in the morning at the latest, and you'll be able to go in there. Right now it's empty because I haven't posted the one for this Wednesday yet. Pacing guides, syllabus, and so forth. I'm going to open these in a new tab so we don't have to keep going back and forth, but the pacing guide is going to be pretty important. That is going to be um, kind of where you go to find out exactly what you need to do when, right? It's got all the due dates in it. So there is no penalty for submitting late work in this class, but at the same time, you want to stay on pace, right? You don't want to get too far behind these due dates because of the fact that if you do, it's just going to kind of stress you out, especially at the end of the course. You're going to notice that you have the assignments, you've got the due dates over here. Try to make sure that you have those done by those dates. And you're going to notice that the last things that we do, 11.5.3, I'm going to have a due date for that of January 13th. You may or may not know this, but that's the last Friday before the end of the semester. The next week is exam week. That's why I'm having that due on the 13th. I'd like you to be done with everything for the course before exam week. That way, during exam week, you can concentrate on your exams instead of worrying about trying to finish up any coursework. Then you'll notice that the two parts of the final exam are due on the 19th, which is it's actually not the last day of the semester. You may notice that it is the day before the last day of the semester, but with A2 virtual, we always end the day before the last day of the semester. You must have everything turned in by 11:59 p.m. on that day, on the 19th. Anything turned in after that will not be accepted. That is the one real hard, fast deadline that you have to make sure you pay attention to for this course, okay? The next thing you're going to find is the syllabus. So I'm going to go ahead and open that in a new tab also. And what's going on there, but we'll put that back. All right, and so here's the syllabus. I'll let you read. You know how to read, so I'm not going to try to read it to you. But the one thing I do want to point out is the retake policy. You can retake or redo up to 3 tasks throughout the semester. So just make sure that you are paying attention to that. Those have to be things that you scored less than 70% on. In other words, you can't like try to retake something that you scored 90% on. The reason that we have you wait until you're finished with everything except for the exam is because I don't want you to be in October telling me, hey, these are the 3 things I want to take. And then in December, you have something you're like, oh, I should have done that instead because I actually did worse on that than I did on those other 3 things. So you're going to wait until you finished everything and then, except for the exam, and then you're going to let me know. But you have to let me know by that Friday before the end of the semester. So this is, in this case, going to be January 13th. Okay, let's go back to here and let's take a look at the next folder. So I'm going to close these folders, sorry. And the next folder is content and assignments. It has the login for Apex. Hopefully you've already been there. If you haven't been there, make sure you find out if you can log in and everything. Let me know if you have any questions about that. And then you're going to find the content in here. This is going to become important. I'm going to close this really quick, sorry. And this is going to become important here as we look at the actual Apex. So once we log into Apex, so if you get into Apex here, sorry, here, this is once again for biology A. It's going to look very similar for biology B. So as you start each unit and each section of the unit, you're going to see a study guide. This will be important for you because of the fact that you can use the study guide and fill it in as you go through the study part of Apex. And the really important part for you is that I allow you to use this study guide and your notes on quizzes, tests, so forth, even final exam. All right, I'll use that stuff for that. So you'll want to take care of that study guide. The next thing you'll find is then you'll go into the study part of it, and you'll just kind of go through that. The first thing you'll come to that you have to actually you'll get graded for is the quiz. So this is 1.1.2 quiz. You'll just hit start for the quiz. Once you'll take that in Apex, but once you've taken that in Apex, you need to come back to the course or in Schoology, and you're going to find that same, so unit 1, 1.1, 1.1.2, you're going to find that quiz, you're going to click on it, and you're going to notice that it has just one question. You're going to, and that question is going to be, have you completed the quiz? All you have to do is answer yes. Okay, what that does is it tells me, hey, I need to go in and grade that quiz, make sure I get that grade from Apex, and put that into PowerSchool. All right, so that's how you'll let me know for quizzes, for multiple choice tests, and for discussions. All right, they've completed those. You're just going to say, yep, I did it in Apex. You'll do it in Apex. Let me know that you did it in Apex. Okay, so back here, let's go to the next thing you're going to find in Apex in the actual Apex textbook or whatever, right? So the next thing that you'll come to after you get your quizzes done, the first one will be a journal. You're also going to come to practices and labs. You'll do those all the same. You're going to notice that if you click on this for the journal, you're going to come to the actual assignment. You have to submit this with both the question and your answer in Schoology. So you can do a couple of things here. You can go ahead and download this as a PDF. You can put it into Kami and use Kami. If you can figure out how to edit a PDF, awesome, without using Kami, that's fine. You can put it into a Google Doc. You can put it into a Word doc. I don't care how you do it, but you have to make sure that you have both the question and your answers when you submit it. Once you get that done, you have the file. You're going to go back to the Schoology page, and then you're going to open up that particular assignment. In this case, it was 1.1.5. So you're going to click that, and you're going to, this is once again for journals, practices, and labs. Okay. Once you've clicked, once you've done that, you're going to go in here and it'll have a place for you. It doesn't have it from my side of it because I'm the teacher, but it'll have a place for you to submit it. You'll submit that file. That's how you're going to take care of that. Okay. There is one other type of thing that you're going to come across, which is the free response tests. All right. Those are in each unit. At the end of the unit, will be a free response test, and that is this here. The multiple choice exam or test you'll take in Apex. The free response exam or test you will take here in Schoology. Okay. A lot of kids are like, hey, Mr. Marino, it's still locked in Apex. That's because you take it here in Schoology. The other thing that you'll take both in Schoology will be the multiple choice for the final exam and the free response for the final exam. Both of those will be taken in Schoology. After that, we have some contact info for you for if you need help with technology, need to contact anybody at A2 Virtual. There you go. Here's some important policies and forms that kind of takes care of Schoology for you. Okay. Okay. So where's your grade? A lot of students are, it's pretty important to students what their grade is. A couple of things. Don't look in Apex. If you look in Apex, it's going to look really, really poor for your grade because I don't grade things in Apex. So what's going to happen is you're going to do if you do things in Apex and stuff, it's going to basically say, hey, your teacher never graded this, so it's overdue. So it's going to look really bad. So don't look in Apex. That grade is not accurate whatsoever. Also, don't look in Schoology because sometimes that's going to be off of being accurate. So what you're going to want to do is look in PowerSchool. PowerSchool will be the up-to-date grade. So when you do stuff for this course, I will grade it within 3 days. Okay. I will be grading Apex stuff on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. What that means for you is that anything you do between those days won't get graded until we get to that date. So if you do something on Friday, it won't be graded till the next Tuesday. If you do something on Wednesday, it'll be graded on Thursday. And those are in the mornings, okay? So I get up early in the mornings, I grade stuff early in the mornings on Tuesdays and Thursdays for you guys. All right. Zeros if the due date for something comes along. Let's say something was due on September 13th. If I look the next time I go to grade and you haven't done that thing that was due on September 13th, it will be going to PowerSchool as a 0. That just helps you to kind of know, well, here's where I am. I need to catch up on whatever, right? If you get too far behind, I'll be emailing you, letting you know, hey, we need to catch up a little bit here. Okay. Guys, I'm looking really forward to working with you this semester. So remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to email me, and let's just have a great semester. All right, have a great day.